Hello everyone, Dr. Oghenesume is my name. I am here with my son, Oghenewoma,
What's up, guys?
and with my daughter, Oghenete.
Hi.
So today we are learning the numbers in Isoko from 1 to 100.
Yeah, and I'm really excited for this video, and I hope you guys get a thing or two out of it.
And as you can see, we're all dressed up in our native African wear. Just to add a little bit of cultural flair to the video. So, Wakanda forever.
Huh? This is about Isoko Nation.
All right. So what do we do now?
Isoko Wadu.
Hey.
Isoko Wadu.
Hey.
Isoko Wadu.
Hey.
When you share Wadu.
Oi.
All right.
All right, just for a little bit of clarification, what we are wearing is African dress, but not necessarily specific to Isoko Nation alone.
Yeah, and God willing, hopefully in any of our subsequent videos at some point, we can add some more Isoko cultural representation. But also, my sister and I have just recently learned these numbers, so there are bound to be some subtle differences in pronunciation, so please bear with us. And for the most accurate pronunciation, please pay attention to the way my dad, a native Isoko speaker, the way he says these things. Okay. So just a quick preface before we get into the ring of things, there will be some spelling differences depending on dialect. So kind of an example in English, you can spell theater two different ways, whether you're talking about the US or the UK dialects. And in some instances, they may not even sound like, but we're still referring to the same number. So for example, 1500 can be pronounced as such, 1500, or as 1500, both completely different pronunciations, but referring to the same numerical value. For the most part, we're going to be sticking with one way of either pronouncing or spelling things. But the first time we come across an alternate pronunciation or spelling, we're going to put it in parentheses and move forward from there.
So I'd like you to pay attention. You're going to see a repetitive pattern. Paying attention to this pattern will help your understanding because it's very helpful.
Okay, so starting off with the first number, 0 is Igoli.
Igoli.
Number 1 is Ovo. Number 2, Ive. Number 3, Esa. Number 4, Ene.
And as you see, with the spelling difference depending on dialect, may be spelled as just E-N-E or E-N-A-E.
And number 5 is Iso.
Iso also, depending on the dialect, the spelling may be a little different.
Number 6, Ezeza. 7, Ile.
Also, depending on the dialect, the spelling may be different and the pronunciation may sound a little different. So either Ile or Ure.
And number 8, Eren. Number 9, Easy.
Also, the spelling may be a little different depending on the dialect. The pronunciation is a little bit, it's more or less similar.
And lastly, number 10, Ibe.
So let's pay attention to this slide. GBE, which is be, means and depending on the context, the E in the be may be replaced by I or O, but they mean the same thing.
And this is really important because be will be constantly used in many of the subsequent numbers. So just as a little heads up.
Sorry. Number 11 is Ikbegbovo.
So Ikbegbovo, you can either say Ikbegbovo or Ikbegbovo, but the shorter one is more convenient, and we're going to stick with that.
And if you remember from previous slides, Ikbe means 10, while Ovo means 1.
So Ikbegbovo translates to 10, be, and 1.
Number 12, Igbebive. Number 13, Igbegbesa. Number 14, Ibegbene.
Ibegbene.
And then number 15, Ikbekbiso.
Ibegbiso.
Number 16, Ikbekbezeza.
Ibegbezeza.
17, Ikbekbile.
Ibegbile.
Number 18, Ikbekberen.
Ibegberen.
19, Ikbekbizi.
Ibegbizi.
And lastly, number 20, Ude.
Ude.
Ude. And Esma, if you wouldn't mind, would you like to quickly run us through a recap from 0 through 9?
So starting with 0, Igoligoli, Ovo, Ive, Esa, Ene, Iso, Ezeza, Ile, Ere, Easy.
And then again for numbers 10 through 20.
Okay, starting with number 10, Ibe. Number 11, Ibe Bovo, Ibe Gbive, Ibe Bezes, Ibe Besa, Ibe Bene, Ibe Gbiso, Ibe Bezeza, which is 16, Ibe Gbile, Ibe Gbere, Ibe Gbizi, and 20 is Ude.
Thank you. And so now we can go into the 20s. So I'll start us off with the first 5. So 20 again is Ude. 21, Udek Bavo. 22, Udek Bive. 23, Udek Besa. 24, Udek Bene.
And then moving on to number 25, Udegbiso. 26, Udegbezeza. 27, Udegbile. 28, Udegbere. And 29, Udegbizi.
And then Asuna, would you like to mind doing us a quick little recap?
Oh, yes. So starting with number 20, Ude, Udegbavo, Udegbive, Udegbesa, Udegbene, Udegbiso, Udegbezeza, Udegbile, Udegbere, Udegbizi.
Yes, sir. With me, Asuna.
Redo,
Nico.
Redo.
Also, as a quick reference, when we call him Asuna, that translates to my dad. And how else can you say it, my dad?
Oh, Baba.
Baba. So if we ever say Baba or Asuna, we're referring to, obviously, our dad. So going on to the 30s. So I'll go ahead and get us started with the first 5 again. So 30 is Ogba. 31, Ogba Bovo. 32, Ogba Vive. 33, Ogba Besa. 34, Ogba Bene.
Moving on to 35, Ogagbiso. 36, Ogagbezeza. 37, Ogagbile. 38, Ogagbere. And 39, Ogagbizi.
And then again, a quick little recap.
So starting with 30, 30 is Ogba, Ogbagbovo, Ogbagbive, Ogbagbesa, Ogbagbene, Ogbagbiso, Ogbagbezeza, Ogbagbile, Ogbagbere, Ogbagbizi.
And we loosen it.
Nico.
Redo.
And so, as again, please take note, special note of how he pronounces things at the end, because again, he is a native Isoko speaker, so he'll put the emphasis on the correct places.
Moving on to 40,
So number 40 is Uduve. And would you like to explain what that means, listener?
Oh, yes. You remember Ude is 20, Ive is 2, so Uduve means 20 times 2.
Put them together, you get Uduve. And moving on to number 41, Uduvek Bovo, 42, Uduvek Bive, 43, Uduvek Besa, 44, Uduvek Bene,
And 45, Duvek Biso. 46, Duvek Bezeza. 47, Duvek Bile. 48, Duvek Bere. And 49, Duvek Bizi.
and estimate, again with a quick little recap.
Oh, yes, starting with 40. So 40 is Uduve, Uduve Bovo, Uduve Bive, Uduve Besa, Uduve Bene, Uduve Biso, Uduve Bezeza, Uduve Bile, Uduve Bene, Uduve Bizi.
We'll do again estimate. And then moving on to number 50, the 50s. So 50 translates to Uduvek Bikte. Estimate.
Oh yes, so Uduve, as you learned from the previous slide, which means 20 in two places, that is 40. Ibe is 10, so 20 plus 10, that is 50.
Again, pay attention to that GBI, like B, as we said before. This is essentially be and, but with the suffix I. So it's 40 and 10. So 50 again is Uduvek Bikbe. 51, Uduvek Bikbik Bavo. 52, Uduvek Bikbik Bive. 53, Uduvek Bikbik Besa. And 54, Uduvek Bikbik Bene.
Okay, 55, Duvek Big Biso. 56, Duvek Big Bezeza. 57, Duvek Big Bile. 58, Duvek Big Bere. 59, Duvek Big Busy.
All right, so let me recap. 50, starting with 50. Uduvek Bikbe, Uduvek Bikbe Bavo, Uduvek Bikbe Bive, Uduvek Bikbe Besa, Uduvek Bikbe Bene, Uduvek Bikbe Biso, Uduvek Bikbe Bezeza, Uduvek Bikbe Bile, Uduvek Bikbe Bene, Uduvek Bikbe Bizi.
We'll do some there.
Nico.
So as you can see, some of these numbers will get a little bit more difficult to pronounce. So it'll definitely take a lot more practice to get it perfect. Us ourselves need to do a little bit more practice, but we'll just take it for what it is.
Yeah.
Also, you're gonna say
So
something?
let's progress.
Before we move forward, I kind of wanted to point out it follows the same pattern in the Udube, Bigbe, and Bovo. All of them is 40 and 10 and 1, which all adds up to 51. And so this is the pattern we're referring to. It will work that way all the way up to the thousands in our subsequent videos. All right, so now we're going to move on to the 60s. So number 60 is Udosa.
Okay, Ude from the previous video is 20. So Udosa, Esa is 3. So Udosa is 20 in 3 places, which is 60.
Exactly. And then moving on to 61 is Udosa Bavo. 62, Udosa Bive. 63, Udosa Besa. 64, Udosa Bene.
Okay, when number is 65, Dosak Biso. 66, Dosak Bezeza. 67, Dosak Bile. 68, Dosak Bere. 69, Dosak Bizi. Care to recap?
Oh, sure. So starting with 60, which is Udosa, then Udosa Bovo. I just want to point out the B, E is replaced by O here, like we stated earlier on. So Udosa is 60, Bovo plus 1. And Udosa Bive, so this is Bive 62 is where E is replaced by I. Just want to point that out. Then 63, Udosa Besa, Udosa Bene, Udosa Biso, Udosa Bezeza, Udosa Bile, Udosa Bene, Udosa Bizi.
Okay, moving on to 70.
So number 70 is Udosa Bigbe. I think we're kind of getting the pattern.
Yes.
I think we can just move on.
Yeah.
So 71 is Udosa Bigbe Bavo, Udosa Bigbe Bive. 73, Udosa Bigbe Besa. 74, Udosa Bigbe Bene.
Okay, and 75, Udosa Big Biso. 76, Udosa Big Bezeza. 77, Udosa Big Bile. 78, Udosa Big Bere. 79, Udosa Big Bizi. Can I go over them again?
Oh, sure. All right. So the 70, start with number 70. Udosa Bibe, which is 60 plus 10. Okay, there's 71. Udosa Bibe Bavo. Udosa Bibe Bive. Udosa Bibe Besa. Udosa Bibe Bene. Now 75. Udosa Bibe Biso. Udosa Bibe Bezeza. Udosa Bibe Bile. Udosa Bibe Bene. Udosa Bibe Bizi.
We'll do us in there.
And you?
Igor.
Graduate.
So yeah, hopefully if you ever go to an Isoko speaking area, you don't have to order anything with the numbers 50s, 70s, or 90s in it, because as you can anticipate, they are very difficult to pronounce.
Yeah.
All right, so the 80s, significantly easier. So 80 is Udone, kind of following the same pattern. Ude 20, Ene 4, put them together, you get Udone. And then 81 is Udone Bavo. 82, Udone Bive. 83, Udone Besa. And 84, Udone Bene.
Okay, 85, Udone Biso. 86, Udone Bezeza. 87, Udone Bile. 88, Udone Bere. 89, Udone Bizi. Go over them, please.
Oh yeah, let me quickly address how my son said it get difficult in the 50s. That's what I mean when I said pay attention to the repetitive pattern. Once you get it, it's not so hard. Okay, starting with 80, Udone. 81, Udone Bavo. Udone Bive. Udone Besa. Udone Bene. 85, Udone Biso. Udone Bezeza. Udone Bile. Udone Bene. Udone Bizi.
All
Igor
right.
Smith.
Graduate.
Moving on to the 90s.
So 90 is Udone Bigbe. Again, following the pattern. You want to say it again?
Oh yeah, the pattern is the same. Udone, like we learned before, is 80, B, which is and, Ibe 10, which is 80 plus 10, which is 90.
We're really trying to drill these in because when we go into part 2, you're going to really start seeing these come into play. But 91 is Udone Big Bavo. 92, Udone Big Bive. 93, Udone Big Besa. And 94, Udone Big Bene.
95, Udone Big Biso. 96, Udone Big Bezeza. 97, Udone Big Bile. 98, Udone Big Bere. 99, Udone Big Bizi. Once again, estimate, could you go over these?
Oh sure. So starting with 90, Oghenesume 91, Oghenesume, 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 Oghenesume 95, Oghenesume, 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 Oghenesume.
And thank you again, Asime, for one last recap. And then
Finally.
number 100.
Here we come, number 100. So if you're paying attention to the pattern, the number in parentheses we do so, which means 20 in 5 places, which is 100. But it can also be represented by Egba, EGBA. For simplicity, we're going to be using Egba subsequently for 100. Okay, thank you very much for staying with us up to this point.
Yes, we done. We made it all the way to 100.
Congratulations, you made it to the end, and stay tuned for part 2 of the number series coming soon.
Yeah, we're going to be going over 101 and beyond. So it'll be dope. But until then, I'll see you guys later. Catch you then.
All right.
Ciao.
Bye.